Hi guys, Dragon Warrior Reviews here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Hot Toys Deluxe IG-12 from Mandalorian Season 3. So when this figure was first revealed, honestly I thought this is a really awesome figure, but I didn't really know if I really wanted it. So I think over the last year or so, I was like, I'm going to get it, then I wasn't going to get it, then I am going to get it. And then I decided I was going to get it before the release, and I wasn't going to get the deluxe edition or the accessory edition. I was going to get the standard version, but I'll let you know later on in the video why I changed my mind and got the sort of deluxe version. But anyway, here we got a picture of the IG mech on the box here with the Inzelin inside of it, and then we've got Grogu in his season 3 hover pram, as you can see. It says Star Wars right there, and then we've got this awesome slip cover here where you got the sort of part of IG-12 laying on the floor with all three of the Inzelins sort of working on it. Then you've got IG-12 again there with Grogu inside of it holding the Meilu run, and then on the side here it just says IG-12. And over here there's another picture of the IG-12 mech with Grogu piloting it. And then, as you can see, we got a picture of the Season 3 Grogu's empty sort of egg pram sort of thing. And man, the detail looks really good. I hope the detail is that good in person. Inside looks really, really good. And on the back here, it's just Hot Toy store location. There's a load of information we do not care about. Here is some awesome artwork here. It's pretty much similar to what we had on the front of the box, where IG-12 is laying on the ground here, or the mech, should I say, of the Inzelins working on it. And then you got Grogu piloting it, sort of putting his mechanical hand on the Mandalorian's chest. As you can see, it looks really cool. I'm personally not going to be posing my Chrome Mando for this video or doing any crazy poses, just because I do not want to unpose my Chrome Mando. I kind of want to, but I'm not going to, because I don't like reposing my stuff once I post it. So if you wanted to see that, you have to go to someone else's video for that, unfortunately. But I'm really excited to take a look at this. It's going to be probably one of my favorite Mandalorian figures I own, or from the Mandalorian line in general, because yeah, it's just adorable. Anyway, here we go, and here he is. Oh my god, the three Inzelins, the Grogu's here, lovely. Let's get this plastic cover off the box so we can take a closer look. Alright, here we have both plastic trays. Let's take a look at this first. So we got the dome, or the top of Grogu's pram, if you don't want Grogu in it, or display him in it, should I say. Here is the riot shield for the Mandalorian, which he stole off the Beskar Stormtroopers. The same with his sort of electro staff thing. Here's some Bo-Katan accessories, as you can see. Just a gauntlet, a shoulder pad, and a shield here. And then obviously the stand for the Grogu pod. Here is Paz Vizsla's overheated minigun rifle. And then here, obviously, we have the Beskar Stormtrooper jetpack and a mouse droid. And then when we move over here, we have the IG-12 mech himself, looking really, really awesome here. Wow, looking great with a normal Hot Toys display base. We have Grogu in his pram, as you can see, looking really, really cool. Then you've got the Grogu, which meant to pilot IG-12. Then you've got some accessories. I don't know what these were in the show. These look like popcorn or something. Star Wars popcorn. We got a Meilu run, a famous fruit from Star Wars Rebels, and an Inzelin hand where you can switch one of the ones without a tool. So you can have obviously another one of these with a tool. So you can have two of them. You only get two tools with it. So only two Inzelins can have a tool, which is fine. I like that, I guess. And talk about the Inzelins, three completely different designs. They're not all exactly the same. They're all three different. I mean, all three of them are slightly different, which we will get to in more detail when I show them. Also, we have a pretty thick instruction booklet, because obviously when you have to install the Inzelins or Grogu, you have to take a few pieces off before putting them in. Obviously, there is some sound effects and light up effects for this. This figure's going to be awesome, honestly. Anyway, let's get the IG-12 mech, the Grogu's and the Inzelins out, and all of their accessories, and take a closer look. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is everything you're going to get with the standard edition. So you get one Inzelin, obviously Grogu, these food accessories. I'm guessing you're going to get the swap out arm, so you can have the Inzelin with a tool. Yeah, you definitely are going to. This, I think this is some spare parts. I don't know. And yeah, obviously we get IG-12. And if you buy the accessory pack, you get all of this here added onto this. So it's pretty awesome, honestly. So anyway, let's take a look at all of the accessories. So first of all, I want to talk about the display base. This is actually like a lot better. Like usually they have a little bit of battle damage. This one has a lot more battle damage. This is actually a lot better than the usual display bases we get. Well, it's not a lot better, it's just the same, but painted way more scratched up and stuff. I love this attention to detail. It's really good. I love all the scratching, all the chipping. It looks really awesome. And obviously here it says IG-12. You can remove this sticker if you want. I'm probably going to keep it on. But yeah, honestly, and you get a crotch grabber, obviously, with it. And yeah, let's start with sort of the Mandalorian accessories, which don't really have anything to do with the figure. So we have the Beskar Stormtrooper jetpack, which goes with the Mandalorian. It's weird we're getting these even though they never made a Beskar Stormtrooper, so I don't know why we need these pieces. I'll talk more about that in the pros and cons section. But yeah, it's cool. You can put it on Din Djarin, the Chrome version, or probably any Mando actually, which has a jetpack, obviously. And yeah, I guess, yeah, it goes on magnetically, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Here's the Riot Shield, which is really cool. I thought this was white in the show, maybe it's not, but it looks really cool, like the window there as well. And on the back here, we've got, yeah, some straps so we can hold it. And the final thing for the Beskar Stormtrooper accessories for the Mandalorian is the Electro sort of weapon here. Very similar to the First Order sort of ones we saw in, obviously, the sequels. But yeah, it's not too bad, not too bad. Am I going to show you what these accessories look like on their figures? No, because I don't own Bo-Katan or Paz Vizsla, and I'm not reposting my Mandalorian. If they do maybe when the Mandalorian Grogu comes out and they do a new Chrome Mando figure, I may show what it looks like in the video, or what they look like on him. But my Chrome Mando I've got upstairs, I'm not going to repose him. So I do apologize about that, but I'm not going to be doing that. Anyway, here we got Paz Vizsla's overheated rifle, which is really cool. If you've got Paz Vizsla, this is going to be cool. I love like the way it looks. It looks just like the show where it was like overheating when you were shooting it too much. And wow, it looks really good. You've got a harness here. And yeah, I love the detail on that. The oranges and the yellows where it's been overheating. And yeah, it looks great. For Bo-Katan, we got her sort of shoulder pad where she carelessly lost the other one, didn't bother to go look for it in the water, probably would have found it easily. And then she got a new one remade. Pretty cool, the Mythosaur symbol on it, and some dirt as you can see on the surface there. And then you've got a gauntlet for her. And the reason why we get this is because for some reason the first Bo-Katan didn't have a shield with her, or I don't think she used this shield in season 2, so that's why. And basically what you do is you sort of like connect it into the hole on the gauntlet, and there you go. It looks pretty cool. If you've got Bo-Katan, well, yeah, this is quite a cool accessory for you. Now we get a mouse droid. So I think this mouse droid, the reason why we get it is if you bought the sort of R5 sort of weird droid pack where you get like one of those, some of those droid engineers, the ones with the weird like dome heads. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what they're called. I guess this will go with them, but I like having this, and I'm also going to use this in my display because I want the Indielans to be like, I don't know, working on this. I reckon an Indielan could fit inside of it. So maybe like they're working on like a special like cockpit so they can drive it, or it's going to be like turned into a tracker or something. It's got wheels as well, which is really cool. So you're going to have a little bit of fun with it. Could be kind of annoying if you got it on a flat surface and it may wobble around or something. I hope it doesn't, but it's cool. And you got a little hook there. Let me know in the comments what that hook's for. I don't know actually, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool addition. So here is Grogu's season 3 pram, as you can see here, looking really, really awesome. This is the closed state, so obviously you can display it like this if you want, which I think is really, really cool. There's quite a lot of texturing. The paint looks really, really nice on that. Really cool. And you've got this little display base, so it's sort of, so you can have it look like it's floating. I don't know why there's a load of words on that. That's kind of annoying. You're not going to really notice the display base in the collection anyway. If you want this open though, you take this piece off, obviously, and then what you're going to do, oh, it's getting stuck on the tablecloth here. You put this piece in, so it looks like it closes basically. So here we go. So this, by the way, this piece of pattern, when you looked on the box, it didn't have this for some reason. I think the reason why they probably changed it is because this is probably accurate to the movie. Honestly, I think it looks better without this on. You can't take it off. I think it looks kind of better because it looks more red, and I love the color red. But if it's more accurate, it definitely should be there. I don't know if I like the texture of that. I really wish it looked more fabricy, or maybe it was fabricy. It kind of looks a little bit off for me, but yeah, it's just my opinion. But these pillows look quite good here, or I think they're pillows, and you've got the controls in there where Grogu can touch that, and obviously you can close the pram wherever he needs to. And yeah, you got, I think that's a light, yeah, that's a light on the front there. And yeah, honestly, this is an awesome looking pram, and yeah, great addition to the set. Here is a Meilu run here, looking really, really awesome. What the most beautiful looking Star Wars fruit ever. We saw this a lot in Star Wars Rebels. It's beautiful. I love the oranges and the yellows. It just looks really cool. The spikes. Looks amazing. We saw Grogu obviously pick these up as IG-12. He's been a bit naughty in the show, taking food, and I think this is meant to be Star Wars popcorn. It kind of looks a bit like, I don't know, broccoli or something, but it is popcorn. It does not look very appetizing, honestly. It looks moldy almost. I don't know what this is in Star Wars. I guess this is Star Wars popcorn. Now let's take a look at the figures. So first of all, this is the Grogu, which you meant to put in the pram. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same Grogu that you got with the Beskar Mando, the first version, the deluxe version. Not the chrome one, but it's the same version which went in that pram. Basically, it's magnetic, but yeah. So if you look inside it, he slots in pretty much perfectly, but I feel like his arms are like raised up a little bit, so maybe you need to angle him. Oh, his head's articulated as well. You maybe have to try and angle him a little forward maybe, and then maybe lift his head up, and then that will look a bit more convincing. Yes, there we go. It's magnetic. Just try and work with the magnets, and then you can get something like that where he's more sort of like holding on to the edge and doesn't look kind of wacky. But there we go. That looks cool with the display base. It looks really cool. I really love like the red in there. It really pops. Yeah, looking great. As for the other Grogu, we're not going to really look at it now, just because we're going to look at it when it's actually in the mech. But basically, it looks a bit weird right now because he's not in the mech. You meant to plug this into the mech. I'm pretty sure this is the same sort of Grogu head sculpt we got with Chrome Mando. I'm pretty sure. Now, for all three Enzelans, in my opinion, the 2 extra Enzelans you get with the deluxe version is worth the price alone, honestly, because all 3 of them are different. I think this is the one you get with the standard version. Has some like little goggles or binoculars on his head, and he looks so good. I love them. A little beard there, looking great. Oh, I just love it, man. You obviously can switch his arm out with this arm, so you can have a tool. I'll be doing that later after I put him in the mech. This one's obviously got an open mouth expression, a slightly different hat as well, some goggles. Quite a bit different, actually. Yeah, he's got like a cloak sort of thing coming down. So this one, yeah, is definitely one of the most unique ones. It's probably my favorite one, honestly. And finally, this one, he's got a tool in his hand. I guess you can mix match, or maybe you might not be able to take those hands off because of his sort of hat. Maybe this is the only one you can customize. I don't know. I'm not going to try it though. But yeah, he's got like a different sort of goggles on, as you can see. A longer beard as well. And yeah, this is definitely my least favorite one, but I love that you get them. They looked really weird in the show when they were moving, like they actually were puppets. It looked really wacky, but I loved it at the same time. Alright, it's time to look at IG-12. I put him on his display base already, just so I can take a proper look at him a lot easier. Let's start off with the head sculpt. So here we go, looking really awesome. These eyepieces move, you can turn it around here and there. I'm not going to do it on camera because it's quite a stiff joint, but obviously when I do some posing, I will move his eyes around. It looks really cool. We go from the back here. Actually, his head does light up, which I will be showing later. Oh, I love this wire with the red on it. It looks really awesome. Almost looks like there's blood going through there, but no, it's just like, I think like the paint or rust. And I love the detail. It's just incredible. And something really surprised me with this figure. When we get down to the legs, I will talk about it. But here we've got the cockpit here. Basically, you have to remove this piece here, and then also the joysticks. Then put something in, like an Yellen or Grogu, and then you're going to put it all back in. I actually by accident took this piece off while trying to put them on the stand, so luckily it's very easy to do. When we go in there, you can slot Grogu in there and a Yellen, I think I'm saying that right. Looks like there's a little bit of weathering on there as well. I really like that. Love the arms here. So all the ball joints are hidden by these rubber pieces, which is really cool. It's really droid-like, and obviously these fingers are articulated. Quite stiff, I think, as well. I hope they're stiff, because obviously you want to hold, like, for example, you can have Grogu or the IG-12 holding the Yellen, your piece of fruit. And yeah, the torso piece down here looks really detailed. Really love that. And the arms are lovely. And on the back here, more sort of wide work. Basically, if you want to access the batteries, you have to take this piece off. Don't have to take the wires off, you just take it so it's floating, and then take this part off. And then you plug a USB wire in it, which by the way they don't include. And then you press these 2 buttons here. I think one goes yes and one goes no, which is really awesome. I know, is it that one or that button? I don't know which one is the button. They're so hidden. They're so well hidden. I don't know. We'll find out later. And then I think there's a switch inside of there where you press it and then the head will light up. Apparently quite subtly. Hopefully it's pretty good though. When we go down to the bottom here, so many rubbery wires. Hopefully they don't break off in the future. I really hope they don't, but they're just really awesome here. And I did not expect this. I put my hand on here earlier, and because it's not the warmest, I felt it. This is die cast. This is die cast. This is die cast. You can feel it. It's cold. The feet aren't, oh my goodness, if I put die cast in the figure, that is absolutely crazy. But here we go, another proper look at IG. I put the flash on because I kind of needed to, because I wasn't really focusing in the figure that well, but here we go, looking great. You're very, very, very tall. Compared to like the Mandalorian, it'll be very tall. I probably will bring down the Mandalorian as a comparison later to show you the size, but now I want to put an Yellen in the size. So let me just take these two pieces out and I'll show you what they look like disassembled. So here we go. They're very easy to take off, and also, by the way, these control levers here are actually articulated, which is really cool. And basically what you're going to do is either put Grogu in there, which Grogu is apparently quite hard. You have to get his like ear through there, but I watched Justin's video, and basically if you bend his ear a little bit because it's rubbery plastic, it'll be easier to get him in. It shouldn't break or damage the figure anyway, which is good. And then you put put the Yellen in there. I'm going to do that first of all. Let me do that off camera so it'll be a lot easier to do. Alright, I got the Yellen in. It's a little bit fiddly, but you just slot him in like this, and then, just get his arms in a good place. And then, obviously, you have him, holding the controls, which is really, really cool. I really like that. It looks really, really cool. As you can see, I sort of put it into my first pose. We've got, sort of like the Yellen trying to troll Grogu a little bit. Because, Grogu does try and, like, pick them up and stuff. So I kind of like that. I put the lights on. I've tried the yes no feature. It's really easy. I've got a power bank here. Really easy. You do have to remove this piece off the back, but I will show you in a sec what the lights look like. They look really, really bright. You can't right now. The flash is on, so you can't really see them. Let me just turn off the flash quickly. So here we go. The yellow looks really good in there. But here we go. They're not actually that subtle. They actually are quite bright. When you go around the back here, you can see. Luckily, it's quite dark behind here, so you can really see those lights. They're really, really bright, man. This actually has potential to be one of the best. In fact, I think this is definitely one of the best Mandalorian figures from the line ever. It's just so good. It's so amazing what you can do with it. Let me try the yes no feature now. So basically there's some hidden buttons at the back. You sort of press the ones below the silver. Right, here we go.
Yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, 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 yes, yes.
It's perfectly, very loud. The lights are really good. The audio is really good. I just think this is amazing. Like, I could do this all day. It is absolutely incredible. Alright, this is probably my favourite pose of the video, but I got the Yellens walking on it. Fun fact, actually, I don't think I was pressing any of the buttons. And basically, when I was pulling out the wire, the figure just started saying no, 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 like it didn't want me to disconnect it. Maybe I was by accident pressing it, but here we got Grogu here floating, and then you've got this Yellen here. I'll put the flash on in a sec so you can see a little better. He's working on the leg. This guy's just sort of telling them what to do on the top there, and then he's in the cockpit working, and he's looking up, listening to him. And then I turned the little like eye socket things over here, which is really, really cool. But this is definitely my favorite pose of the video, I think. It's just awesome. I managed to get the crotch grabber out as well. Usually when you get those in, they're really hard to take out, but it was really easy. It's meant to be, this figure is removing the crotch grabber. But yeah, this is awesome. Honestly, I had to wait slightly longer for this figure. This review was supposed to be before Moff Gideon, but I had a few issues, but it is worth the wait. I think actually, some of you guys will be like, what, when you hear this, but this actually might be one of my favorite Hot Toys figures of all times, just because of how amazing and adorable and awesome you can make the poses, like silly like this. It's just awesome. I don't think I need the flash on actually, but I just love it. I need to take a picture of this pose before I, move on. We will get Grogu in the robot in a sec. Not this Grogu, obviously, the one of there. I want him holding like some of the stuff. But wow, it's got die cast in it. It makes sounds. It lights up. You get blooming Yellens. You get Grogu. You get accessories. What more can you ask for with this figure? It's just almost a perfect figure for me, actually. And we have a little turn around on that. Hopefully in Yellens will be okay. Oh my goodness. This is just crazy. This is definitely one of the best. Wow. One of the best figures. I did switch out the little accessory there, or little tool. Took off the arm. The tool actually feels like it's moving in the hand, but I don't think you can remove it. I'm not going to try it because I really don't want to break my particular copy. But yeah, I love it. I can't get over this pose. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, if this pose is worth keeping forever in a collection. I personally can't, because I don't have the room for this. But if you've got the room for this, do you think this is worth having forever in a collection? Oh my goodness, this is just... what on earth have I got myself into? It looks amazing. So I've got Grogu in the cockpit here. It's a little bit difficult to get in. You have to just like line up sort of his base and push him in. I recommend sort of grabbing, putting your two fingers on both of these arms, not the joint bits, but just these fabricy or not fabricy, sculpted fabric arms, and push him in, and he will go in. And yeah, apparently his arms are articulated as well, so you can like lift them up or whatever. But I went a little bit crazy on this pose. I got him holding this like popcorn stuff. I got the Yellen here doing some work. He's trying to climb to the top of the head maybe. The head's going to sort of look at him. And then the Yellen was on top of Grogu's pod, maybe do some work on it. And then Grogu he's starting to pick him up. Oh my god, it's so funny. I've got the lights on again as well. And my goodness, I love this figure with a passion. Like, it's just funny. I love doing all this. My final pose is going to be cool. But these last two poses I've done are just wacky. I love it. Grogu looks so good in there. Yeah, I don't want to take Grogu out ever again though, because he's a pain to put in. I'm going to keep Grogu in there forever though. But yeah, this is awesome. Hey Grogu, can you put down the Yellen, please? Fine, you know, oh, this is just too good, guys. Well, yeah, I think it's time to put Grogu in his final pose. Yep, he agrees. Let me just turn off the flash so you can see the light a bit better. So yeah, this light still is bright, obviously. Luckily, it's not button cell batteries, so it will just look as cool forever. But wow, and you got the Yellen there. And oh, I love that expression. It is perfect. Oh my goodness. What a figure. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Alright, for my final pose, here we go. So we got Grogu in there. I tried doing something really cool because the arm is lifting up. I tried to lift Grogu's hand up. We'll have like the control switch sort of like lifting up a bit more. And it really looks good. I got like the little eye things moving over there. We got the Yellen there, sort of like that expression is awesome. He's getting grabbed by Grogu or IG-12, whatever. He's holding the Mei Lu run. And when we go down here, I try to do something with his legs a little bit, and also his torso is kind of like tilted the way he's sort of turning. I did that by accident, but when I looked at it, I was like, okay, that works. The way he's like holding the arm up. And I love this pose even more. Okay, not even more, but I mean, like, I do like this pose a lot. It's kind of hard to show. There we go, a lot better. We got one is Yellen here, sort of doing something to the mouse droid. He's putting his hand in there in the popcorn to get some food, I guess. I don't know what that is. And then we got that nameplate messing with the here we go. And then this one is just working on the mouse droid there. I think that's really cool. So if we go out, here we go. I really love the pose, man. It's really cool. This is the pose I'm gonna keep in my collection, and I'm gonna put him behind Mandalorian and Boba Fett. That's what my plan is with this figure. But my goodness, oh my god, look, that angle is so cool. I honestly love this in Yellen. He's just flying up in the air. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite pose. I think you guys know which one was my favorite pose, where the Yellens were working on the droid what was laying down. I like that one a lot more. I got it properly into focus now, so one more proper look at the pose and on the back. Hopefully, oh, the Yellen almost fell over. I don't think I got that on camera. Yeah, put the piece back on there. It covers up really easily. It doesn't clip in very securely. Oh, it does, but like because this piece comes off all the time. Because these pieces are quite loose, it should be pretty easy. You just pull this off, take that bit off and clip it, and then take this bit off. It's really easy, and then plug it in and put it back. Oh, he's wobbling a little bit. You can see Grogu through there as well. That's really cool. I'm really glad I showed the back. The detail on this, and Yellen. The detail on this droid is outstanding, and as you can see in the cockpit, you can see him in there, as you can see. And yeah, all right, this is how tall IG-12 is compared to the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian isn't IG-12 isn't that much taller, but he is. Yeah, obviously he's definitely taller, as you can see. I'm pretty sure these two Grogus are pretty much exactly the same. I mean, like the face sculpt, should I say? They're not exactly the same. Obviously, one's a full Grogu, and one's not even it's a half Grogu, should I say? Because obviously he won't fit in the robot if not. So that's what I'm guessing. Yep. But yeah, these two look really good next to each other. Ignore the other Grogu there. But yeah. This is how big the Yellens are compared to like a normal 1/6 scale Grogu here, as you can see. Look how small the blooming Yellens are compared to Grogu, which is accurate because if you watch the show, you know that Grogu tries to pick them up because yeah, he's much bigger than them. For the two prams here, I'm pretty sure these two Grogus are exactly the same. I think they are. They're just in different prams. You got this one laying down, you get a cloth with this one. So this one is a bit more modern looking styles, modern styles looking, and this one's a bit more beaten up and looks more like a baby pram. I don't know which one I prefer more. Actually, I do. I think I prefer the season 3 version, but the season 1 version has a cool little base which I like more. But yeah, there we go. Looking great. Perfect. So the reason why I bought the deluxe version, so I didn't give a crap about, you know, the riot shield or the overheated blaster or Bo-Katan's accessories. The only reason I wanted to buy the deluxe one is to get the 2 extra Enzelens, because obviously they're not all the same Enzelens. They're all 3 of them have their own unique design. I wanted the mouse droid because I wanted the Enzelens walking on it, and I wanted this Grogu. Now it's time to move on to the 2 irritating and 2 great things about the figure. So the first irritating thing is when you get obviously figures with button cell batteries, they supply the button cell batteries in the box, you get them. But when you get the figures which need a cable, a USB cable, they do not supply it at all, which I think is kind of stupid. For me, doesn't really matter because I never really display them with the cable. In fact, for Darth Vader, I kind of wanted him plugged in always, or not lit up all the time, but plugged in, so I had to go buy another cable, and it's irritating. You have to go buy another cable and you don't get one with it, and it really won't cost them much, really, to add another cable in the box, would it? It really wouldn't. The second irritating thing only applies to the deluxe accessories version. In my opinion, what they should have done is this. So if you, like me, and you want the 2 extra Enzelens and the second Grogu in his season 3 pod, you have to pay an extra £60, mostly because of those other accessories you don't care about. In my opinion, it's kind of stupid for those other accessories. 2 of the accessories, the Beskar Stormtrooper accessories plus the overheated rifle. There's no Beskar Stormtrooper, so when Mando has it displayed, it would look cool, but like, if you really want to, if you're one of those people which want to recreate scenes, like, you can't recreate that scene where Mando is fighting the Stormtroopers with the riot shield and stuff, because they don't do the Beskar Stormtroopers to time me recording this video. And the overheated Paz Vizsla minigun, that rifle, he was obviously shooting at the Stormtroopers, and it overheated when he was fighting the Beskar Stormtroopers. So, and obviously before the Praetorian Guards came, he threw it away, because obviously it was overheated. So still, those Bo-Katan accessories, they could have made a brand new Bo-Katan figure with, because obviously in Mandalorian season 3, her hair looked more similar than it did in the Clone Wars, and it looked longer. And yes, they could have made a new figure. It could have even been an artisan release, and you had those, and then you would have those extra accessories. So in my opinion, what they should have done is you would get everything other than those accessories I just talked about. But then for this Grogu, right, a bit like Carnage, where if you bought the special edition version, you'd get a Eddie/Venom sort of bust. If you bought a special edition version of this, which will cost a little bit more money, you would then get this Grogu. In my opinion, that is what they should have done. Let me know if you agree in the comments. The first great thing about this figure is the lights and sounds. They are amazing. The lights look really, really awesome, really well done, and they are quite bright. If I turn off my light right now, you can see how bright they are. They are really bright. Like, you don't need them to be like really, really bright. They're bright enough. They're perfect. And that's not even the best part. You can press a button. There's 2 buttons, and you can press one or the other, and one says yes, one says no, and you can recreate some funny scenes. It is absolutely awesome. And something, I don't know if this is actually like a feature or mine's got a fault, but when I am pulling out the wire, I told you about it earlier, when I'm pulling out of the wire, I'm not holding any of the buttons. I'm pulling the wire out. While it's coming out, the droid is just saying no, no, no. So either it's a funny hidden feature Hot Toys added with this figure, or it's one of the best faults you can possibly get. Let me demonstrate for you. There we go. And I wasn't holding any of the buttons, I don't think. The second great thing is they didn't have to do this, but all 3 Enzelens are like different. They could have just given us 2 of the same, even 3 of the same, but all of them have their own unique design, which I think is absolutely incredible. Anyway, wrapping up on my Hot Toys IG-12 review from Mandalorian season 3. So honestly, in my opinion, I don't usually say this much, but if you are a massive fan of Grogu and a massive fan of, you know, the scenes with the Grogu and the Enzelens, I really think you are missing out if you do not get this figure. Trust me. A couple of times I was thinking, do I want this figure or do I not? And I'm super glad I bought it. And just like me, if you're a massive fan of the Enzelens, as much as I am, paying the extra £60 is worth it, even if you're not going to use the other accessories. Plus, you have an extra Grogu in the pram, and I think this is an outstanding figure. It seriously is, and it's just incredible, and it was worth the wait, honestly. So yeah, never reviewed like a droid before from Hot Toys, and it was a really fun experience. A little bit fiddly in the cockpit, but it was really, really fun. The fingers are very sturdy as well, so you can really hold something in there quite tough. The joints are very sturdy. It's a really well done figure. The lights and sounds are perfect. And yeah, a few other things I do want to say is I love that they added die cast down here on the legs, and I love that this display base is more battle damaged or more scratched up than usual. It's really cool. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the review, make sure to hit the subscribe button and that like button. Make sure to hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any reviews, because hopefully soon enough I should have a review on the Stranger lightsaber from Padawan Outpost and a review on the Hot Toys Chopper figure from the Ahsoka show. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in another review, figure preview, or short.